Alright, quick audio test. Testing my audio. Quick audio test. We sound nice and crispy. Alright, just one more minute. Hang on. Still muted. There we go. Okay, not muted anymore. But yes. I guess so, Jeff. Testes 1, 2, 3 indeed. But yeah, here we are. We're back in American Truck Simulator. I planned to have this video be a recording and got 20 minutes into recording before looking over at OBS and realizing that it was not on the correct screen. It had like frozen as soon as I opened it, so it's still showing my desktop. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna do his live stream instead. And here we are. Al is sick, so if you hear coughing, it is her. Sorry, but life happens.
Wife happens.
I said life happens, but wife happens would have been significantly funnier.
Oh, yeah,
Now I'm mad that I didn't say that.
funny.
I thought I was funny too, but I guess not. All right. Anyways, so here we are back in American Truck Simulator. Obviously, Texas is no longer blacked out. It is now grayed out, which means that it is coming very soon. Also, some roads are starting to show here, and there's an interstate sign here. This was actually the case already in 1.45, and I did do some exploring on a previous stream, but I wanted to do a full coverage of everything that is available now and talk about the fact that it clearly is going to come out soon. I'm assuming they will probably announce the release date once 1.46 is out of beta, and then yeah, they'll probably release it shortly after that. Give me just 1 second here. I think I'm going to shrink myself down just a little bit so you guys can see more of the screen and a little less of me.
Nice.
There we go. That should be a good amount. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some exploring. You can kind of see where I am on the map. I'm just south of Las Cruces, and we are on Interstate 10 East. There is a lot to see here. Now I have already gotten kind of a taste of it because, again, I already recorded this. But now we get to see it together. Check it out. It is pretty cool. So, yeah, here we go. Anthony is the first city that we get to, but it's not really like a full city. It's just you get the sign that you're leaving Mexico, and then you got this kind of stuff. I mean, New Mexico, sorry. And you get the welcome to Anthony, Texas, gateway to Texas. And it looks like this exit is only for this truck stop here. Nothing else. I mean, there's, plenty else that's on the map, but you won't be able to access any of this. It doesn't look like. I don't think you'll be able to access anything over here. But it is still a cool area. Definitely am excited to take a stop at that rest stop at some point. And then you got these cool monuments on the side here. And then you go underneath the bridge and you get the Welcome to Texas sign, which is actually the thumbnail of this video. And then you continue on, and dude, I have got to say, you can go a long way into Texas. Like way further than I expected. And I am very excited about it. So there's a lot that we're going to unpack here. Again, I was 20 minutes into, to give you perspective of how much there is to look at. I was 20 minutes into my recording, and I had checked out what was available off of Las Cruces, what's available off below Alamogordo, and I had just started to explore south of Carlsbad. There was still more exploring that I had to do there. More exploring off of Hobbs, Clovis, Tucumcari, and then there might be some up here too that you got to check out. So, again, a lot to look at here, a lot to unpack. And let's go ahead and continue on with it. So we are now technically in El Paso. We get greeted by this slow down, you're already in Texas, drive friendly the Texas way. And then we got all these overpasses, a little train yard, it looks like, lots of different train tracks and stuff. It looks like there's a university over here, UTEP. I don't know if I'll actually be able to drive this, but it's still cool to check out. Got this cool little art piece here in the middle of this roundabout. And then, again, all these interchanges and stuff. I think we'll be staying on Interstate 10. It doesn't look like we'll be able to drive over on this overpass over here because the roads disappear. University of Texas El Paso. Perfect. Thank you, Jeff. That was actually something I mentioned in the recording that I started. As I was like, I know absolutely nothing about Texas, so if anyone knows, please comment. And I guess that's the nice thing about streaming it instead, is that people can comment live. So yeah, Jeff, thank you for letting me know that that is the University of Texas El Paso. So yeah, we got to build this billboard here, more trains and some train tracks that split off in other directions. Bright red building over here, but again, that doesn't look like that's going to be like actually accessible. It's just going to be something that you can see from the road, which obviously, again, you can kind of see here. So that is cool. And then this is another area. I don't know if we'll actually be able to exit here, but it's not blocked off. Oh, it is blocked off. Okay, so never mind. Doesn't look like we'll be able to access this, but it is still cool to see like this little part of the city. And then you continue on and you go underneath some overpasses, and then we get down here to this huge junction. I mean, this junction is absolutely massive. Look at how many crossroads we have here, and bridges and cool stuff that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by taking a look at this little monument here that's off to the side, which has graffiti on it. So great attention to detail there. There is actually a blocker here, so we won't be able to go off that direction, and that is pretty obvious by the fact that it ends right there. But we will be able to cross over and go this direction, and there's a lot off this way, more monuments and stuff. I mean, not monuments, but I keep saying monuments, but that's not what I mean. I mean, like, you know, art pieces, I guess. Statues is the best way to describe it. But anyways, we have this huge highway here, 3 lanes on each side, and then like another 2-lane road off to the side on both sides. And then you got some exits over here. Looks like more like big structures and stuff. Looks like that's something maybe for an airport related thing, I would assume, because I know that there is an El Paso airport. It doesn't look like it's over here, or at least not available to view yet. I have a feeling it's probably over here somewhere, but again, not modeled just yet. There's another school over here with some tennis courts and the football fields. So lots of cool stuff that is already modeled. And then if we go back to the junction, we can actually continue on this direction as well. El Paso is just so huge, dude. It's crazy. And I don't think all of it is modeled yet. So that is pretty wild. And then again, here's where the map ends on this side. But still a lot that is already visible. And just to give you an idea of how much it is that is visible, I'm going to go ahead and just place my truck down right here real quick. And then go into the pause menu and show you in the map just how far inward we are. I mean, if you kind of use that as a scale, if you were to take that and like rotate it, I mean, I would say my little dot would probably end up right about here. So it's essentially the distance from Las Cruces to Alamogordo that we are able to get into the map already, which is just crazy. So super cool to see that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next spot, which is this piece here in Alamogordo. Oh, and it's not going to give me the actual GPS because I am not technically on the map right now. So let's go use the go-to feature here. Oh, it took me to Alamosa. That's not where we want to go. Is that? Nope, that's not how to spell it. How do you spell it? Alamo. Okay. There we go. Oh, I typed it while I was in the menu. There we go. Oh, nope, it still takes me to Alamosa because I didn't realize. There we go. Alright, what was that? Like 5th time's the charm, I think. And then let's see, where is it? It's over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and place ourselves down in this parking lot right here, just for funsies. And then here are the blockers. And let's continue on past them. So this one was fairly short, if I remember correctly from my recording. We can't go very far. It's just you go in a road, and then here's like this little agricultural stop, which does look pretty cool. I will say I do like it. And then you get a lot of roads, but it's a whole lot of nothingness. And then you get this little crossroad here, but it is not going to be something that we can drive on. And then, sure enough, end of the map right there. So, yeah, short little bit here, but still wanted to make sure that I showed you guys everything. Because, again, that's kind of the whole purpose of this live stream, is to just show the secret Texas roads, stuff that we will be able to drive once the Texas DLC is out. And this is something, even though it is small. So that is that. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, whether you're watching it live right now or are watching it back, and you are not subscribed, please do consider doing so. I do really appreciate it. I have noticed that a lot of my subscribers lately have been coming from American Truck Simulator videos, so I'm glad that you guys are enjoying my content enough. And if you are a new subscriber, I do greatly appreciate you being here. And hopefully you guys are enjoying what I'm putting out. So let's go ahead and go to the next spot, which is going to be just south of Carlsbad. I'm just going to fly there. Nothing in Artesia. Yeah, so here we are in Carlsbad. And then you hit these blockers right here. And you continue on past them. And there's a lot to check out here. So we got another gas station here. It doesn't look like one that we will be able to fill up at. But still cool to see it there. And then we've got this interesting little intersection here. And you can go either to the right or to the left. I am going to go off to the right first. And then we got a little crossroad again that we can't do anything at. And then you got this little old trading post, it looks like. I thought that was pretty cool. Got some teepees and stuff and some buffalo, it looks like, behind it. Pretty cool little area here. And then just a little abandoned building off to the left there. And then you get into this little town. I don't know if there was a welcome to sign. Doesn't look like it. It looks like a very, very small area. It looks like it may be just for the Carlsbad Caverns National Park. So I believe we are still in New Mexico at this point. But there is like some shops and stuff. Not anything we're going to be able to stop at, but still cool to see. And then you continue on. I thought this was where it ended based on the, like right there. It looks like, if you look at the horizon, it looks like it's going to end. But it actually does not. You go over the hill and then it loads in all this other stuff. And so we continue on, and here's where we get to the Welcome to Texas sign. And then we continue on, and we get this little turnout here. Again, with like some old buildings, old abandoned buildings, it looks like, and some little off-road area that, again, is not accessible to us. I always want to say accessible, and that's not it. And then I start to say it, and then I fix it. But I do that every single time. Oh my goodness. Historical marker, 1 mile on the right is the sign there. And then we've got this little rest stop here. And then you continue on, and we've got the Butterfield stage station, which is, again, like a little pull-off. I don't think we'll be able to do anything there except for, again, maybe pull off and take some pictures. And then this next spot that we're going to get to, so there's like this little canyon here that you can see kind of from some spots of the road. It looks like maybe it used to be a river, but has dried up, which is pretty crazy. And then you continue on around this corner, and then we actually get to this little pull-off, and there is already a viewpoint marker for it. And if I plop myself down here, we actually can view it. So this is where I got to in my recording when I looked over to see. Again, I just looked over to my OBS to find out in horror that it was still recording my desktop with not the game. So a little bit of a bummer, but either way, from now on, everything from this point is stuff that I either haven't seen or haven't seen since the last time I covered some of it on a live stream, which again, I don't think a lot of people saw, and I actually don't remember most of it either myself. So let's go ahead and check out what the viewpoint has to offer us. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. I guess we'll see. Game didn't crash, so that's good. I got an achievement from Steam for something that doesn't even exist yet, technically. That's funny. It didn't even have an image or anything. But Daniel, you were 18 minutes late, but that's okay. You can always go back and rewatch the first 18 minutes of the stream later if you want to. It was some pretty cool stuff, I will say. Upcoming progress. Is that what it said? I only saw the fact that there was no image there. I didn't know what the actual thing said, but either way, that's funny that I got the achievement before it's actually available. But this is a pretty cool viewpoint. I like this. I like what we're seeing. And I turned off the face cam for you guys so that you can see in full glory what the viewpoint has to offer. It looks like lots of rocks is what it has to offer, but still very cool. And there's our truck sitting off at the truck stop. Again, really cool spot. I love viewpoints, both in real life and in the game. I love like rest areas and stuff like that. And there you have it. So that is it for that viewpoint. It didn't crash the game, so that's good. And I guess now we will continue on because it looks like there is still more road to explore. So there's the lanes merge there just for our side, it looks like. And we can continue on. It's a lot of mountainous area. Lots of greenery. Very Texas-like, that's for sure. And yeah, we can continue on a really long way. So just like the one that was south of Las Cruces, the one that here is south of Carlsbad also lets us go very far into the Texas DLC, which of course is really cool because it gives us more stuff to look at. Again, looks like more dried out areas that maybe used to have water. Don't know for sure. But either way, definitely very flat and very dry now. If it had water at some point, it definitely does not have any anymore. So, where's the lifted trucks that are common in Texas? Hey, maybe they'll add that after. Oh, and we've got another viewpoint here. Look at that. For the El Paso Salt War. It says resentment over private control of the salt lakes in the region led to the El Paso Salt War. Very interesting. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, maybe later on in the in 1.46, they will they'll add lifted trucks to the AI vehicles or something. And then it looks like it goes off into flat land, and then the map disappears there. So let's go ahead and go back to this viewpoint, and I guess we've got another viewpoint to look at. I feel weird how many times I've said viewpoint. I am so sorry. Now that'd be something to marvel at. Yes, it would be. I would honestly be pretty stoked if they started adding like modified vehicles into the into the AI traffic. Oh, now I see what you're talking about, Jeff, with the upcoming progress thing. That is funny. All right, so I'm gonna once again turn off the face cam. Let's hit enter here and look at the viewpoint. There's a new Chevy, new 3500 Chevy or something. Like in the traffic? I haven't noticed it yet, I guess. But that's cool. Always love more more variety in the traffic to make it a little bit more realistic. Because yeah, even still, it's they're lacking a little bit. I definitely wish they would add I wish they would have an update that focused solely on the AI. Like if they could make an update where they literally just focused on the AI's what's the word I'm looking for here? Behavior. If they focus on just the AI behavior, density, and new AI traffic models, that would be so great. But again, they're doing a great job at updating what a lot of people are begging for, and I'm definitely not complaining. I feel like I do this every single time there's a new update. Looks like that was it for that viewpoint. I feel like I do this for every single update. I talk about, what they should do in the next update. Why didn't they do this? But again, love SCS. They do great. They're absolutely one of my favorite. Actually, they are my favorite game creator. So yeah, don't mean to make it sound like I'm complaining. I'm just saying hopefully that happens someday. And there already has been a lot of things that I've said I hope they do someday, and then they did. So again, they're working on it. I know they're working on it. And I'm just very excited to see that happen someday, hopefully. Because that'll definitely add a lot of much needed traffic improvement to the game. So, all right, let's go ahead and fly back. We'll do a quick flyover of everything that we've already seen. And real quick, I will read the chats here, both in game and real life. There's a new 3500 Chevy. Good to know. Both a new Sierra HD and Silverado HD, but that's just me being me and pointing that out. Well, hey, that's what you're here for, Daniel, and we greatly appreciate it. You are here to share all of the truck knowledge with us, and especially with me, because I don't have any truck knowledge currently. So, I forgot about this road. I'm glad that I flew back, because I did forget about this little road, and this one does have some good stuff on it. So, that kind of worked out in our favor, because I will say, I almost just teleported to Hobbs, and I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, because I did forget about this little side road as well, and it looks like there's a lot to see here, so it is good. So here's the Texas state line. I guess this road is not big enough for them to get the full welcome to Texas. They just get, yeah, you're crossing over into Texas, I guess. Congrats. We got new companies coming with Texas, and here is the skin for one of them. Vortex, I guess, is one of the new companies. So that's cool to see that. That's my first time seeing one of the new company trucks. They did do some of it for this one, I think. They did some of the AI stuff. Well, hopefully they continue to do more. Because, again, that is something they have, done some AI updating on every single, new version, it seems like, but it's just like they add one car. They add like one or two cars or something. And I really would like for them to just do a full update that only focuses on AI. That would be really cool to have someday. No, totally. Unlike some people, I don't oversaturate my life with ATS all day 24/7. Yeah, me either. Like, honestly, especially lately, I pretty much have only been playing ATS when I'm streaming it, or when I'm doing this where I'm like checking out something new, like the 1.46 beta, Montana DLC, again, secret roads in Texas, like whatever it may be. I pretty much have only been playing when it is something like that. So, yeah. Not talking about anyone in particular either, just an observation. Yes. No worries, Daniel. I didn't think you were talking about anyone in particular. Oh, Al was offended because she plays ATS all the time. Even though she doesn't own it, plays it all the time. Oh, okay, that makes sense. If you guys didn't hear Al, she goes on to my game on my computer, and there actually is an account for her that she never used. Apparently now she's using it, so. That's true. You used it once and crashed really bad. And freaked out. Yes. So here is what looks like another truck stop, which I like. This truck stop is very different. It's oddly shaped, but I kind of like it. And it's at a very odd intersection as well. It's a 4-way stop, but like it's huge. It's a huge 4-way stop. So very, very odd. AKA Shell. Yes, the Vortex one that we looked at, that company, that is Shell indeed. And it looks like we got blockers going off those directions, so we are just going to continue on this way. Emil? Emil? Hello to you from in Sweden, from the US. There we go. What? Emil? All right. Thank you for the help pronouncing that. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying something in the chat. Appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the live stream. And it looks like now we have actually reached the end of what is visible from this part. Again, looks like there's a big factory over here. Don't know if this will be part of the actual DLC, but would be kind of cool. Again, got some stuff over here that doesn't look like it'll be part of the map. And again, over here also won't be part of the map. So that is it from this one. Oh dear. Well, let me be the first to apologize to Al.
What? It's not that bad.
You sound. Oh boy. All right. Well, I guess we lost Al for the rest of the stream because she now has absolutely no voice. See, you shouldn't have tried talking.
I need my voice at work tomorrow.
Oh no. Well, then you better let your voice rest until tomorrow. But imagine if she was secretly streaming ATS all day when you were gone. Man, that would be... Honestly, I would be impressed. That would be pretty cool. I mean, she does have her own YouTube channel. She hasn't used it much lately. But she does have one, so she could be. And I just don't know about it. But I have notifications on for her channel, so I feel like I would probably notice it. But I guess you never know. Lee, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Hello from Oregon to you in Delaware. Hope you're having a great night. I know it is probably like, what, 10:50 for you? So thanks for hanging out here. I gotta be honest, I'm normally in bed by 10:50, so props to you for not being in bed yet. Glad to have you here. Thanks for joining the stream again. Do appreciate it. Hope you are having fun. And Jeff, thanks for also greeting Lee. Got to make sure all of the people in the chat feel welcome because everyone is welcome here. First time watching your stream tonight? Well, Lee, I'm glad that you were here. Glad you thought that the stream was worthy of being watched. And I appreciate that on your first stream you are saying stuff in the chat because I know that there have been quite a few people on previous streams that just didn't want to say stuff in the chat, which no worries at all. If you're watching for the first time and don't want to chat, no hard feelings at all. Totally understand that. When I watch streams, usually if I'm watching somebody new, I don't say anything in the chat, so I totally get it. But all the more props to you, Lee, for again saying something in the chat. Do appreciate it. And hopefully you are enjoying what we're checking out because it's all new. Again, it'll all be visible soon enough once the Texas DLC actually comes out, but for now it is technically secret, I guess, because it's all past barriers and stuff like that. So it looks like we got a lot of crossroads here to look at, not look out. And I guess we'll go at this four-way intersection. We'll go right first, and then we will loop back to that intersection and go the other directions. Do I like ATS? Absolutely, I do. I don't play it as much as I used to. I just enjoy other games more now, I would say. At one point, like, ATS was really the only game that I was having fun with, and so it was the only game I was playing. But I do still love the game, and I do still try to play it fairly often. But I don't know if you were on the stream already, Lee, when I mentioned this, but pretty much now the only times I play the game is if I'm doing a live stream or if I am recording some sort of video that's for like a new version of the game or a new DLC or something like that. But with that being the case, I will say I do definitely enjoy the game quite a bit, and I do want to play it more. I just don't really have the time. I would rather, again, I use that time to kind of play some of the other games that I do like a bit more. But ATS SCS Software has done a great job with updating ATS and making it more and more interesting, realistic, made me want to play it more. So I do want to start playing it more again. I am 16 years old with autism. That's awesome. I mean, like, cool that you're like willing to share that. I know a lot of people kind of can be, like, I guess like insecure about that, like that kind of stuff, and don't really want to talk about it. So, I mean, I'm very honored that you're willing to share that with us, and glad to have you here. Thanks for being here and watching. And again, hopefully, I am keeping you guys entertained with all of the new content that we're checking out. This stuff that we're looking at right now is actually stuff that I did check out on a previous live stream, but I don't think many people were able to watch that, and so we're checking it out again because I want to make sure that this live stream covers everything, especially since the whole purpose of this live stream is just for checking out the secret roads, whereas the previous live stream when I checked out this stuff, it was more so just like I think that was my 1.45 beta stream that we did that stuff. I don't know. Either way, again, was not focused on this, so I don't think a lot of people even knew that I did it. So the whole purpose of this stream is so that people actually know that I'm doing it. American Truck Canada 1.46. Not sure what you're talking about, Emil. But Canada is not coming with 1.46, unfortunately, if that's what you were meaning. That would be cool. I wish they started to do some Canada DLC or something. That would be pretty cool. But no. So unfortunately, it looks like 1.46 is just going to have Texas, which I guess really isn't unfortunate overall because Texas is pretty cool. And it is going to be a huge DLC. It's basically going to double them. I mean, look at you can just look at the map. I mean, it's basically going to like double the map size. It basically, this one state is the equivalent of all of New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Wyoming, all in one DLC. So it's going to be pretty cool. Yo, Girk, what's up, dude? Thanks for hanging out in a non-Assetto Corsa stream. Glad to have you here, man. I don't know if do you play American Truck Simulator, Girk? I know some of the other guys in the Westslide Connection group do, but I don't know if you're also one of those people. I don't know if you're just a generic simulator connoisseur like I am, or if you're more so just into like racing games and stuff like that. But either way, whether you're into American Truck Simulator or not, I'm glad you're here, hanging out. Do appreciate it. I always appreciate the support. Do I have Discord? I do. I don't know what the best way to share it would be. Oh, we got some cotton farms here. That's cool. I like that they actually modeled that. Oh, we got somebody running on a horse here. That's cool. Yeah, anyways, I don't know what the best way. I guess I could just, well, let's see. Here, I'll just pause real quick. I think I'll actually throw up the be right back screen. And I'll just type my Discord into the chat, and you can just add me that way. I don't have like an actual Discord server, but I'll just let you add me as a friend. And it is case sensitive, so just keep that in mind. And that also the spaces, make sure to include the spaces. But there it is. That is my Discord. So there you have it. All right, back to the game. Oh, did I not put up the be right back screen? Or did I already switch it? I guess I just already switched it. I don't know. Whatever. If you guys saw my face that whole time, it's no big deal. Totally off topic. I know I'm horrible, but have you seen the new Need for Speed Unbound trailer? Back on topic now. Well, I mean, we're not going to jump straight back on topic because, of course, I have to talk about it since you asked me. So we're going to be on the Need for Speed topic for a minute. But yes, I have seen the Need for Speed trailer. I am very conflicted as to how I feel about it. Again, like I've talked about, I think you and I actually, Daniel, have talked about this specifically. I'm not a huge fan of the arcade style stuff, and they took the arcade style to a whole new level with all the like graphics and stuff when you do burnouts and all that. Like, basically made it like a comic book. I'm not a fan, if I'm being honest. This is probably another Need for Speed game that I'll skip out on. But that being said, it's not that it's not cool. I do think it's cool. The right audience is going to absolutely love it. I just personally am not the right audience. I'm more of a simulator connoisseur. I like simulator games. I like games that I can at least make sort of like a simulator. Like Forza Horizon isn't a simulator, you know, but they have like simulation steering and stuff like that. I can make it somewhat sim-ish. Whereas like a game like Need for Speed, there's just absolutely no way. The physics are way too arcade-like, and you just can't do it. So again, I am not the target audience, but for the target audience, it does look like it'll be a really, really good game. So now we can go back on topic. Girk, you said, I have the game but don't have many hours on it. That's understandable. I feel like that's how quite a few people are. They kind of get this game, play it a little bit, and then just kind of are like, yeah, all right, I'm ready for the next thing. And even like I've said, you know, I kind of don't play this game as much as I used to anymore. So, you know, again, not for everybody, and even for the people that it is for, sometimes you just kind of grow out of it after a little while. That kind of has started to happen to me. I obviously have not really been talking about what we've been looking at, but either way, I mean, you guys have been able to see it. So it looks like we have explored everything that there is to explore off of this little exit here in Hobbs. So let's go back to... Oh boy. Hang on. I got myself lost here. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. Nope. Wait. Yes? No. I'm going deeper into Texas. Frick. Okay. Over this way? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Took me a minute. Alright. So we will continue to hug the right side of the map until we get to our next side road that we can explore from. Sorry for bothering you. You are not a bother at all, Lee. Do not worry. I am more than happy to share my Discord and stuff and connect with people who view the channel and support the channel. So you are absolutely not a bother at all. Absolutely love talking to you. And again, I really appreciate you saying stuff in the chat. I am not one that normally has the confidence to say something in the first time I view others' live streams, so I'm so glad that you feel comfortable enough to say something in the chat for my live stream, even though it is your first time here. So again, you're not a bother at all. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for saying stuff in the chat. And I do love making friends. That is absolutely true. Emil said American Truck International 9900i. That is probably one of my favorite trucks. I don't drive it as much as I think I would prefer, but that is honestly one of my favorite trucks that is in the game currently. I love that it's a modern truck with an old school feel, and I think that's why a lot of other people like it too. Which state can you not wait for in ATS? I gotta be honest, like with the fact that I'm from Oregon, the state that I was most looking forward to was Oregon, and now that state has already been added to the game. I mean, that was one of the first states that was added to the game. So, yeah, I have to say, I mean, pretty much the state that I was most looking forward to is already there. So, as far as states that are left, funny enough, I was thinking Florida. I think Florida may be the next one that I'm most looking forward to. Either that, or I'm kind of looking forward to New York just to see how ATS does it. I know that's not going to be for a long time because, again, they're going from west to east and are going one state at a time, basically like 2 states a year average. So it's going to be a while before they get to New York, but I feel like New York will be really cool. I also feel like Tennessee will be pretty cool. And it'll just be interesting to see some of the Midwest states. But I definitely think that, yeah, of all the ones that are yet to be made, I think that Florida is going to be the most interesting. Like driving through the Florida Keys and stuff. I feel like that'll be really cool. So I would say that is the one that I currently cannot wait for. All right. So here we are going past the borders of the game again. And off into what will be part of the Texas DLC. And I will continue to talk to the chat while we check this out. So, again, not really going to talk about the map at all. Just going to talk to you guys. Definitely did the cartoony graphics. That is one thing kind of pinning against it in my mind. Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to turn a lot of people away. But it also may get new people into the game. And I also have heard that you can turn off the like cartoony graphics and stuff, like the cartoony smoke stuff. You can turn all that off. So that's kind of good, at least that you can turn it off. But again, even with that, it's not just that that's turning me away from the game. It's also the like arcade style physics and stuff like that. So I don't know. I am gonna grab some water. My throat's drying up a little bit, so I will be right back, and then I'll continue to talk to you guys in chat and continue to show you guys what is visible on the map. Never mind. Al just handed me some water, so I guess I don't have to leave. Yeah, thank you. Ah, much better. Alright, so here's a sign for Welcome to Texco, New Mexico. That's kind of interesting. I am young and driftor. Yes, I am, but I like to do my young driftor things on my own, not with the aid of a game. And that, unfortunately, is how Need for Speed is. You basically brake and turn, and then it does like a Mario Kart style thing where it drifts for you. And I hate that. So, although I am a young driftor, I prefer to do the driftoring on my own. Like with my own skill. So, yeah. Is Dallas Fort Worth in the game? Girk, I unfortunately don't know yet, because we're exploring part of a DLC that actually isn't available. I would very much assume it's going to be part of the game since it's so important. But as far as Texas goes, we don't actually see anything yet. We can only get to, like, again, where my truck is. That's about as far into the state as we can get, and we can get that far in from Las Cruces, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and then now we are currently exploring in from Clovis, so we get to, like, here. And I think Dallas Fort Worth is, like, right in the middle of the state, isn't it? I am terrible on Texas knowledge and geography, but I'm fairly certain Dallas Fort Worth area is right in the middle, so we are still very far away from being able to see that, and so we probably won't be able to see it until the DLC actually comes out. But again, such a huge area as Dallas Fort Worth, I would very much assume that it's going to be in the game. So, yeah. And then driving to the Florida Keys would be fun. Yeah, I'm glad you agree. I think it would be really cool to do a single delivery from like the Florida Keys all the way to like the most northwestern part of Washington. Dude, that would take hours. Even in game where the scaling is like 1 square mile in the game is equal to 20 square miles in real life. Even still, that would take hours to drive that much, and that would be super fun, especially for like a stream or something. I feel like that would be a really fun stream to just do like a obnoxiously long delivery all in one go. So, yeah, I am looking forward to that. Again, someday the full map will be completed. We just have absolutely no idea how long it's going to take. Again, at the current rate that they're going of 2 states per year, it'll take like another like 15 years, I think. I think they still got, how many states are in the game? Let's see. So with Texas about to come out, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I believe. So it would be more than 15 years then. Because that would be 30 more states. That would get us to 42. And there's 50 states, so yeah, it would take them. It's gonna take them a while. It is going to take them a long time. But whenever that does happen, I am very excited. And also, their team is continuing to grow. And if they got 2 states out in 1 year that were Montana and Texas, which are like some of the biggest states in the country, I think that from this point on, we're probably going to get, more like 3 states to 4 states, again, depending on the size of them. But, again, their team is continuing to grow. So, I mean, being completely realistic here with how fast their company is growing and the size of the states that are left, the fact that they've already knocked out Texas and all that, I think realistically it'll be like 10 years when the game is done. Which, all in all, it sounds like a really long time, but with the fact that the game has already been out for like 7 years, I think at this point, 6 years? It's been out for 6 years at this point. 10 more years is really not that bad for the game to be like complete. Just saying. So, I know a lot of people are going to think, oh man, it's going to take forever, but I honestly don't think it'll be that bad. Oh, is this another new prefab? It looks like this may be another new company that's going to come with Texas. That's kind of cool. Just no drifting on the streets. Always wear your seatbelts, people. Please, for the love of all that's holy, get out of the fast lane when the slow lane's passing you. Absolutely, Daniel. You tell him. You tell him, Daniel. Yeah, no, I agree. Drifting is for the track or an empty parking lot where no one else is in danger but you crashing your car into a light pole or something. Gonna grab some more water. Or the only other exception I have, I don't know why I couldn't think of that word for a second, is if you're on like a back road and you have people, because I have seen people do this, where they're on a back road and they have people at like ends of the road where it's like there's no roads in between that cars can come from. It's only like a one way in, one way out on the road. And what people will do is go to the end and kind of like stand in the road, and then if a vehicle comes up, they'll like wave them down to stop, let them know like, hey, wait here for just a minute, and then they'll walkie-talkie into the driver, be like, hey, there's a car that needs through, like wait for them to go by. And I think that is like a good way of doing it. But again, that's if you're like on a very, very back road where like hardly any cars are going through, But again, for the most part, just stick to drifting on a track, I think. I don't want to make it sound like I'm promoting street drifting. Definitely am not. Just keep it to a track. Oh, it looks like we got another prefab over here. It's kind of cool. Same company, but like a separate part. Looks like it's mainly just cattle and stuff. So that's cool. And then I think that is it for this bit of exploration. So let's go ahead and get back to the main part of the map, which here we are. Again, we'll stick to the right side until we get to the next spot. 17 years of guaranteed money. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And like honestly, and it's such a great business model for them to do it this way. Like I always bring up Train Sim because they're the ones that I think of as far as like Train Sim. You can so clearly tell that every single DLC they do, every like game update, everything, it is literally just a money grab. That's it. Like they're not actually really improving the game hardly at all, just enough that people want to spend their money. And it's so awful, dude. Whereas like with SCS, they give you these amazing game updates for free, and then they just make you pay for the DLCs, and the DLCs are like $12, totally reasonable price, and you get like basically a whole new game. Whereas like with Train Sim, the game updates for like bug fixes are free, but like look at Train Sim World. They now are on Train Sim World 3, and literally the difference between Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 3 was like a new physics engine or something, and like a new source of lighting, and like some new routes and whatever. But like still, the main thing between Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 3 was literally just like minor game updates, like stuff that again ATS did for free. Like they did their lighting update, that was free. Their whole new sound overworking, that was free. Like they did all of this stuff for free, and so when they do stuff that's not free, I want to spend my money. I want to support their company because I'm like, hey, thank you for like not making me feel forced to spend the money. Because you made me feel that way, I am now willing to spend my money. Whereas with Train Sim World, I love playing Train Sim World. I do. But I still haven't even gotten Train Sim World 3 because I just want to wait for it to go on sale because I don't want this company to have my money because I can tell that everything they do is literally just for a cash grab. That's it. They just want more money. And it's such a terrible business model, and I hate it. And like I hate that I want to spend any money at all. I wish I could just not spend the money. But again, I do enjoy playing the game, and so, you know, I do have to spend money to get the game. But like again, it's just frustrating that they do things the way that they do. I wish they could adopt the SCS software way of thinking. Track days, people, track days. Track days indeed. Unfortunately, track days have seemingly gotten more expensive, and unfortunately, you end up with situations like our local drift track where stupid people build their houses too close to the track, and then the track gets closed down because of it not following sound ordinances and whatever because the neighbors complained. So, frustrating, but I guess it's part of it. So, here we are at another area where we're passing the borders, and again, I'm going to continue to just show the map while I talk to you guys. I'm just surprised at how much is already built into the map even before the official DLC map comes out. Right? I was thinking the same thing. Again, like I said earlier in the stream, I did try to record this for a video, got 20 minutes in, and then realized my screen wasn't recording. But while I was recording that video, the whole time I was just like, dude, I am going so far into the map. I mean, like, and look at how long this stream has been. We are now almost an hour in, and I am still exploring stuff. Given, of course, I've gotten like sidetracked at times, but I mean, for the most part, we've been kind of rolling along here, and that's an hour of content that we're getting to see before it actually is available in the game, which is just crazy. You okay? Okay, we'll go to bed soon. I'm almost done. Hang on. Be right back. Turned on the wrong camera for a second there. But all right, I am back. I think we're almost done. And Al is getting very tired, which is understandable. It is pretty late, and also she's sick, so like pretty understandable. But we will be done here in just a minute. But yeah. Anyways, my rant about track days, I guess, is kind of over. But still, I just wanted to throw it out there that it is frustrating that it seems like it happens a lot. People build their houses near a track and then complain about the sound of the track, and the track gets shut down, and then people will start doing dumb stuff in the road and on the street because they don't have any tracks anymore, and then people complain that that's happening, and they build a racetrack, and then it's this vicious cycle that never ends, it seems like. So yeah, enough about that though. Moving on to the next thing. Oh yeah, we also talked about how much is already built in. Also, yeah, super crazy. Don't know why so much is already visible. I mean, like, normally you can get fairly far in, but like with this one, it seems like we are getting much further in than normal. Like, I don't know if it's just because it's such a big DLC that they like threw this much in just to like. I wonder if maybe it's like a percentage that they put in before the DLC actually comes out, or what. But either way, it definitely seems like we're getting a lot more than normal. Never ceases to amaze me, but I don't ever pay attention to that, so that's why I'm here. Well, glad you're here, Daniel. Yeah, they made you pay for the next version of Steam Power and Snow, and TSW routes don't work in TSW 3. Yeah, dude, it's so ridiculous. I am so frustrated by it. And like, dude, there's still like, even if I wanted to stay with TSW 2, there's glitches in TSW 2 that prevent me from like finishing the game. And now that they've moved on to TSW3, those glitches are never going to get fixed. So I'm literally never going to be able to finish certain scenarios in TSW2, and that's so frustrating. Like, again, it really just makes me not want to spend their money. I mean, spend money on their game, you know? Like, it's so ridiculous. Oh, totally. Zoning is a strange thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Zoning is very, very weird, and I don't fully understand it, but yeah, it's an interesting thing. Even the people that I know who have done like gone into real estate and stuff, even they're like, dude, zoning is so weird. And it is quite weird. All right, looks like nothing else off over this way. And I don't think there's going to be anything off of any of these roads. Looks like just a rest stop there. Nothing there. Maybe off of this one. So I guess we'll fast travel to Raton. And then again, from there we will definitely end the stream, because there's no way they're going to be anywhere else after that. All right. Let's see. We got to figure out what we're looking at here. All right. Let's see. So we got to go past. Okay, there's that. And then here's this. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything off this direction? Nope, not really. So, all right. I think that is everything that is available to currently view for the Texas DLC. Yeah. So I guess that's going to do it for the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. I had a great time talking to you guys. Ripped all those unfinished TSW routes and scenarios. Yes, rest in peace indeed. It is quite frustrating that I'll never get to finish them, especially because on one of them, it was the Horseshoe Curve DLC. I did the entire journey, and there is one part of the journey left that glitched out. Like, it glitches straight from the start. You can't even do it. And that is the only one that I haven't done. And if I could do that, I would complete it. I would complete the entire journey, and that would be the first time I've ever completed a full journey in Train Sim World. And I can't because it glitched out. So, but, oh well. Either way, again, super fun stream. Thank you all for hanging out. Lee, Jeff, Daniel, Girk, Emil, all of you guys. I appreciate it so much. I had a ton of fun. I hope everybody enjoyed seeing all the new content that is going to be part of the Texas DLC. I know I enjoyed it for sure. And again, we got to go way further in than I expected. So that was super cool. And again, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like on the sub, on the sub. Make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't yet, and sub if you are not already subscribed. I appreciate it greatly, and hopefully I will see you guys either in the next stream or the next video. But peace out, and have a great night.